You know this feeling? You give, you try, and it's still always not enough. Not creative enough, not generous enough, not wow enough. With a princess, you can't win. She'll always find a reason to make you feel like you're not enough. This kind of woman doesn't know what gratitude is. She doesn't know the word thank you. Man, if you feel like you're just an ATM and not a partner, it's time to wake up. Seriously. Hi, it's Maya, outside the drama. Today's topic brings more drama than Black Friday at the mall. The princess syndrome. Yes, we're talking about women who think that just by existing, the world, especially men, should kneel before them with a credit card, a bouquet of roses, and a reservation at an expensive restaurant. And let me say right away, if you're a guy, listen carefully, because this might save you from financial and emotional bankruptcy. And if you're a woman and you feel this is about to sting, good. Maybe it's time to get a grip before you end up with a cat and a playlist of sad songs for the evening. You know what amuses me the most? How convinced some women are that they deserve everything just because they exist. Not because they're fun, caring, supportive, or have something to offer. No, just because they are. Because they breathe, because they have an Instagram account and know how to take a selfie with the right filter. And every date with such a princess is a test. Will he buy a better present than her ex? Will he take her to a restaurant where the appetizer costs more than her electricity bill? And if not, it's a sulk. Or the classic. A real man should what? Be a sponsor? Be an ATM? Be another task to check off on the what I deserve list? I have a friend, let's call him Ryan, who for half a year fulfilled every whim of his queen. Restaurants, trips, gifts, even a new phone because the old one didn't match her new style. And when he said he wanted to save a little, she said, then I'll find someone who appreciates me. And you know what? She did. And Ryan was left with an empty wallet and a life lesson. And no, he's not the only one. How many times have I heard from guys, Maya, she never suggests splitting the bill. Every date is about demands and sulks. Gifts are a given, and gratitude is rare. Girls, seriously, get a grip. I know the world has told us for years, you're special. You deserve everything. Because you're a woman. And sure, we all want to feel appreciated, adored, important. But at some point, the line between healthy self-worth and entitled, I deserve it because I breathe, disappears. And then it starts. I will go to that place, it's embarrassing. Flowers? Only roses, and only a dozen. Gift? At least Pandora, preferably something Instagram-worthy. Such a woman's motto is, he has to make an effort, I just have to exist. That's not partnership. That's exploitation. The guy gives, you take. And what do you give in return? Often, nothing. Maybe a smile, if he's lucky. So here's a question for you girls. What do you bring to the relationship? Can you be a partner or just a prize? Can you appreciate? Or do you only expect? Can you be happy without gifts, trips, expensive dinners? If not, it's time to work on yourself, not your list of demands. Start with gratitude for the small things. Learn to give, not just take. Invest in yourself, not just in what you can get from a man. Build a relationship on shared values, not on presents. And remember, looks fade, but gratitude and partnership last. Now to the guys. If you see your relationship is a transaction, run. Don't tell yourself, she'll change. It's just a phase. All women are like this. No, not all. Look for a partner, not a client. Ask yourself, does she enjoy the little things? Can she give something, not just take? Is she interested in your life or just what you give her? Can she be grateful, or does she only demand? If you answer no to most of these, you know what to do. And here, you can't ignore social media, which brainwashes girls like that. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere you see women getting rings, trips, gifts, luxury lives. And a girl starts to believe that's the norm, that every woman should be treated like a princess and every guy should be a sponsor. It's an illusion. Trust me, most of those photos are theater, setups, ads, borrowed cars, rented apartments. Don't compare yourself to that. Don't build your relationship on what you see online, because real life isn't an Instagram feed. Okay, but you know what's the worst in a relationship with a princess? That even if you try, you're always not enough. Not creative enough, not generous enough, not wow enough. How many times have I heard from guys, Maya, I bought her concert tickets and she didn't even ask if I wanted to go. Just posted a photo on Insta with #grateful and then sulked for a week because there was no dinner at the place she dreamed of. Or another case, a guy took his woman for a weekend in the mountains and she complained for 2 days that there was no spa and breakfast wasn't served in bed. They came back and you know what she said? I don't feel appreciated. Seriously? That's not partnership. That's an audition for a sponsor. And now a question for you. If you're a guy, and girls, pay attention. This is for you too. When was the last time you heard a simple thanks? I appreciate your effort. Thank you. I had a nice time. When did she ask, how was your day? And not just, what are you getting me for my birthday? When did you feel important as a person, not just as a credit card? If you can't remember, no, that's not a coincidence. Maybe you have a friend who's been walking around like a ghost for months because he doesn't want to disappoint her. You see him stressing, scheming, counting every penny just to make her happy. And what? It's still never enough, right? Because with a princess, you can't win. She'll always find a reason to make you feel not good enough. You know what's interesting? No matter which side you're on, whether you're a guy trying hard or a woman waiting for the wow effect, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparisons and expectations. You sit on a date and instead of enjoying the moment, you're already calculating. Is this gift expensive enough? Did I try hard enough? Will it be okay? Pause for a moment. Think. Do you really want to be someone who can only be happy when you get something new? Can you be happy just being with someone who likes you, respects you, wants to talk to you about silly and serious things without all the extras, without the pressure for more, better, pricier? Because if not, maybe it's time to ask yourself if this is still a relationship or just a race for likes, bills, and impressions. Man, if you feel like your life is a constant race for her approval, talk to a buddy who has a normal relationship. See what a relationship looks like where both sides make an effort, not just one. Maybe it's time to stop being afraid of losing the princess and start looking for a partner you can actually build something real with. And finally, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have $1 million in the bank. You don't have to surprise her every day. But you do have to be with someone who sees you as a person, not just as a wish fulfillment machine. And if you feel like you're just an accessory in her life, maybe it's time to stop being one and start being the main character in your own story. Think about it. Let me know in the comments if you've ever dealt with princess syndrome, or if you're a woman, if you can admit to yourself that sometimes you slip into that role. Maybe you have a story that will make others laugh or open their eyes. Share your experience because it's honesty and self-distance that build real relationships, not fairy tales about perfect couples. And if you want more of these talks, subscribe to the channel, write what you want me to cover next time. And if you made it to the end, comment drama off. This was outside the drama. I'm Maya. Thanks for your time and see you soon.